Alright, so the broth is pretty well done. It's been going for about 5.5 hours just on low, and it's looking really good. So I want to strain this out, and I will see how many bowls or cups or whatever I get from this one, and then I'll be able to complete my how I stretched my turkey video. Okay, so I just want to show you guys kind of like the process of what I'm doing. I've got my big bowl here, and I got my sifter strainer thing here, and I'm just sifting the stuff, and then I use this and I push it down, make sure I get all that liquid out of there, and then I empty it onto this, and I kind of go through it because there are stray cats outside. There's a stray mama and her baby, and I feed them, so I figured why waste this meat when I can give them this. They will eat this. I know they won't eat the bones and all that stuff. I've tried before, but they don't like it, so that's kind of good. I just pick through it. I got my spoon and my fork there, and I'm going to fill up this dish. I'll probably fill a bigger dish than this, but this is what I started with because I still have 2 pots of broth to go through, and that one was my mom's, and it has quite a bit of meat that boiled off. So if a lot of that is good, like good white meat, I might put some aside just to have some extra turkey for a soup or something, but most of it will go to the cats. So what I'm going to do is live in the woods anyways, and I like to not fill up my garbages with stuff like this, so I just kind of throw it outside in a certain little spot area, and if the raccoons or whatever come, they eat that. If not, it will sit there, and eventually something will eat it, take it off, grab it, and take off with it. So I'm not worried about that, and like I said, I don't want to leave that sitting here for overnight and then the house stinking up with the, because it does stink after it sits there. So I'm just going to chuck this outside, and yeah, I got my little dish for the cat, and I'm filling this up. So whenever I am done with this, I will strain it a second time to make sure nothing fell in there and all that stuff, and then I will be back and tell you guys exactly how many containers or cups or whatever I ended up with, so that I know roughly how many meals that I can get out of this, and I'll be able to do my final count for the how to stretch a turkey. Okay, so from that pot of broth, I ended up getting, the pot of broth, I ended up getting 16 cups in total of broth. So I divided them into 2 big containers and 1 smaller container. And I would say if we use it for soups, there's probably 2 to 3 in these big ones, and either 1 big bowl of soup or 2 small ones in that one. So 3, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to say 8 big bowls of soup with the broth that I made. So that'll be like 8 meals, or however you want to eat, however we decide to eat it. Okay, so I just wanted to quickly pop in. I know this isn't, there was these 3 back here that I ended up getting from the broth, but I had a little bit left in this container that I was kind of double straining it into, and I know they're a little full, and they should have more space than that to be able to freeze, but I'm going to go with it anyways. I could have probably found another little container and put a little bit in to one, but I kind of didn't really feel like it, wasting a dish for that. So I ended up with all of these broths. There's 2, 4, 6 of them, and some of them are going to make more than, obviously, 1 pot of soup. Well, this will probably make a big pot of soup, and then there'll be lots of leftovers, these guys. This will probably make a pot of soup and maybe feed 2 people. So, yeah. And then this is all the meat that I ended up pulling off for the stray cats. They will have lots of yummy meat. I will keep this in my fridge and just pull some out as I need it for them. I see a little bone there. I'm going to pull that out because I don't want them to choke on it, even though they're used to eating birds and mice and stuff outside. I just don't want to chance it. Yeah, so I'm going to leave that in my fridge, and they will have a nice meal anyways for, I don't know, the next week, I would say. I won't have to use any of my cat food on them, so that's kind of good. That'll save me a little bit of money on buying cat food. So I'm going to go get these put into the freezer to freeze, and we have homemade broth. This is one of the nice things after you have all that cooking done, and you get everything, all your dishes done, and the kitchen back to normal. I put all my broths in the freezer right there. There's the 6 of them. Let those freeze really well, and then I will put them into my deep freeze. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching.